Hello art friends, I'm Robin. I hope you had fun creating lots of different animal faces from our last lesson. You were able to go and practice doing different shaped faces, adding eyes and different mouths. Now we're going to work with them today and add some colour, give them a body and a bit of attitude. Ready to get started? Great. For this lesson, let's see what we're going to need. We've got our sheets from last time. We've got some spare paper, big marker, our watercolour pans, watercolour brush and our water. I'll put him aside there. I've also drawn on my paper 6 windows. And we're going to play with our animals and we're going to give them little different expressions coming out of the window. So first of all, we'll just draw your favourite one. Just looking through the window. Nice happy face. Now let's do it in a different way. I'm going to draw him just peeking out of the corner. So I'm just going to have a little bit of his face. Same little ears, little eyes. A nice little smile, maybe a really big smile there. Some little dots. Maybe a grumpy face. Remember, we can just make that these eyes with eyebrows and his little grumpy line for his mouth. And eyes and some grumpy eyebrows. Maybe a cheeky one coming out of the side. Maybe a great big close-up. Make him a bit sad. And then just a big face. Really nice and close. And this one can be a nice smiling one. A bigger smile. There we go. So now we've got our dog doing lots of different things. There he is. We're going to add some colour. I'm going to use brown, orange and red. So what I want you to do is wet your brush, pick up your pan, put some water on your pan and just carefully make some paint by using the side of your brush, and you can see how much water I have there. Lots of water. Okay, we want it dripping with water. And when we go to paint, I want you just to put colours on. Don't get too worried about colouring in bits. Just plonk and splash some bits of paint around. Can you see how watery it is? And we need it to be watery because when we put our other colours on, we want them all to mix up. Right. Let's now use some orange. Once again, lots of water. Can you see how the colours all blend? Some more orange. I might put some more brown on this one, make him a bit darker. Now some red. Here's my red here. Lots of water. A bit some red around the edges. And a bit of red around here. A bit more red. A bit more red. Fill up the spaces with some red. And some red around here. Good. Now let's get our little dogs to dry. So I'll pop that over here. So let's start off with the head that we've chosen. You don't have to do the same as me. I want you to choose your own head and your own ears and your own mouth to work with. I'm just giving you the starting point. So this is my little character again. And his little eyes. His nose. And those triangle ears. Now I want you to draw him a body. Not attached, but just separate. So maybe just only a triangle body. I might even have his tail on. Or just a rectangular body. Or maybe just a square sitting up body. Shape like that. Any sort. Now we're going to do some legs for our dog. So just some little paws, and we're going to need 4. So put them anywhere in your paper because we're going to cut them out later. So another one. That's 4 legs. Now maybe some ones that have got a bend in them. So I'm going to do some more legs that have got a bend, like a little arm. Another one. Oh, going the other way. There we go. What about a tail? A spare tail? Maybe a curling tail? Okay. Maybe some more legs. Long legs. I'm going to fill up my page. Maybe I can fit a leg in here. So we filled our pages with legs and tail and bodies. Okay, now you might want to do a collar. You want to do a collar? You might. Let's put a collar there. We're going to cut these out later on. But first of all, let's get them painted. Once again, I'm going to use my brown and my orange and my red. Lots of paint, lots of water, as we said. Lots of water. Don't worry about going over the lines because we're going to cut them out and you won't see it. My pieces are dry now. I'm going to start to cut them out. When you're cutting, a good idea is just to hold the scissors and move the paper around. Hold the scissors in one spot and then just carefully move the paper. So here are the scissors and move the paper. You'll find that easier. So now we've got all of our pieces cut out. Heads, different bodies, lots of different sorts of legs. So keep them together. We're going to use that in our next lesson. Look forward to seeing you then, and we'll get him some movement and we'll get him to doing some actions. Good. See you then.